already going? Oh, well, hello. I'm not gonna start it like that. That's ridiculous. Hello, it's Teacher Mary. Today we are talking about my top 5 reward systems. Rewards, they're so exciting. I think rewards are a great way to build rapport with a student. It's a great way to get a student to book you again if you have just like this super impressive reward system. So I'm going to give you my top 5 reward systems. I've used all 5 of these with a student the first time I've taught them, and each time I use these, I get rebooked. And whenever I ask my students, my regulars who I've had for a while, I'll ask them what reward they want. These are the ones that they choose. So, you know they're popular. My students love these, and I've got reward systems for level 1 all the way up to level 6. I don't teach level 7, so you're on your own. But these work with students of all ages. I'll give you like the levels that they work best for. But we've got a lot of different options here, and they're all pretty simple. So here we go. Reward system number 1, and by far my most popular, is a card game. So I have a deck of cards that I keep on my desk all the time. I've taken the face cards and the aces out of it, so it's just the numerical cards. And I'll say, when you do a good job today, we will play a card game. I have X and O written on the backs of my hands, and so I'll shuffle for them once because some of them find it like really impressive and they just get super excited that you shuffled cards. So I shuffle, and then I say, you choose X or O. Which one? Sometimes it'll take them a little bit to understand like they're supposed to pick one. Sometimes they'll just go X or O. And so sometimes, like especially level 2, you might have to work with them a little bit, but they'll get it. Level 3 and up, they usually just immediately catch on. I don't do this with level 1. But so I'll say X or O. They choose, let's say they choose O. 6. You get 6 points. 5. I'm so close. And so then I'll tell them we will keep score and see who wins. And so I've already like got the scoreboard written out, unlike right now, but on the rare occasion that I've forgotten to, I'll go ahead and just write it while I'm talking to them, because it does not take that long. So then I'll put, you have 6 points, I have 5. And I act really sad that they're winning. And they get excited. And so then I just keep score. So if the student is really early level 2, I might do tally points instead, just if their number is higher than they get a point. But for the most part, I do the actual numbers, and then I make the student do the math. So this is really helpful in those level 2 lessons where you're teaching plus or equals, because you can get them saying that sentence frame over and over and over and over and over. So the next time they choose O, they get 10. I get 4. I'm really sad about it and I'm really upset. So if they're level 2, sometimes early level 3, I'll write the equation on there and I'll say, what is 6 plus 10? And then they'll tell me, and I make them use the sentence frame. 6 plus 10 equals 16. Get that sentence frame in there. And so then 16. If they're like a third of the way through level 3 or higher, then I just ask, what's 5 plus 4? 5 plus 4 equals 9. So then just 9. And I just keep score. I've used this reward system all the way up through level 6, and they love it. Like, they really like it. Now, sometimes you have to kind of cushion who wins. So with level 2, I let them win the whole time. So if they choose a card and I know that they chose wrong, then I'll just kind of be like, ugh, switch the cards while I've got my hands down. You got 9. I got 7. And I just act like I'm really upset about it and just switch the cards while they're not looking. With level 3, I'll let myself get ahead at some point, but then I'll make sure they win in the end. And then above that, I just play the game. Do it however it happens. This is a hugely popular reward with all of my students. Like 2 through 6, they request it, they love it, it's awesome. highly recommend. Reward system number 2, super easy, like no prep, X, O, and $1. When you do a good job, you will find the $1. Watch. X or O. And then they pick. And they either find it or they don't. If they find it, they get a star. Sometimes if they don't find it. Oh, but you still get a star. Easy reward system. And you would be surprised how much kids enjoy this. Again, levels 2 through 6 have loved this as a reward system. I just use $1 because it's easy to get small, it's easy to hide, but you can use other things. Like, my husband stole my $1 one time to tip the pizza guy. He tipped him more than $1, so don't worry. But he did steal my $1. And so that class, I think I used like one of my little animal magnets. It was like a little chicken. Or I've also, in a bind, used one of these little felt pieces of candy that I have from like a Christmas tree. Just because, again, it's easy to hide. And they'll either find it or not, and there you go. Reward system number 3 is roll a face. So I sat down 10 minutes early to class one time, which never ever happens. And 2 of my favorite regulars were in the same unit that day, I think maybe even the same lesson, and it was my face in level 2. And so I had seen the like roll whatever rewards before, and so I'm Googling roll a face, and I just didn't find one that I liked a lot. So I just wrote my own. So I know I can actually draw all of these things. Because some of those, like, I know they're supposed to be kind of easy, but some of those I can't draw them. But these, I know I can draw all of them because, hello, I did. So I just tell them, we will roll Dollar Tree, $1. You get 2. Highly recommend. So I just roll, and then whatever it is, I'll say 5. 5. These are our eyes. And I'll draw them on my whiteboard. Kids love it. I've got one student who, since I introduced this reward, he wants to play it every single class. Every single class. I think we've done it for 6 classes in a row now. Now today we got a break because he had a unit assessment. And I just use whatever the like game is as my reward system for those. And I always bring in props and stuff, so it's considered a secondary to the stars. So I've got myself covered. But today was our first time not using it in like 6 or 7 classes. He loves it. A lot of my students will draw their own face while I'm drawing. Sometimes they want their face and I have mine, so we draw 2 different ones. It's a really good reward system and it's really funny. So let's just play. So that's one possible outcome for roll a face. It's just funny. They love it, and it's different every single time. Sometimes they'll tell you it's so cute. Sometimes they'll tell you it's a monster. It's just funny. My students love it, and I've used it up through level 4, and they love it. I plan on using it with level 5 and possibly level 6. Level 6 students, I feel like sometimes they just want to have fun, because I'll use a reward system with them that I'm like, I don't know if they're gonna like this, but this is just what I've been using all day today. I like to try to use the same reward system with all my classes in one day, just because it's easy that way for me. I don't know about you. I don't know if you change reward systems for every student. I mean, some of my regulars, I'll give them a reward system that caters to them, but honestly, they ask for these. So I do these most of the time. Yeah, level 6 students, they want funny reward systems. That's what I found, levels 5 and 6. They don't want like super serious things or whatever. I don't know. They like to have fun. They're still kids. Reward system number 4 is ice cream. I got this little ice cream off of Amazon. It comes with 2 cones and you've got 10 colors of the little scoops. And I use it for levels 1 and 2. It is like a little kid kind of reward system. Sometimes I'll ask them what color they want and I'll let them choose. I'll hold up 2 colors and ask them. So maybe I'll ask, do you want orange ice cream or green ice cream? Sometimes whenever I let them choose, I give myself the rejects and I give them the colors they like, so we both build 2 cones. It's an easy way to extend with level 1 because you can count, you can do colors. Like it's just good. Kids like ice cream. They know the word, they know what it is, they like it. They like to pretend to eat it. You're gonna have tongues up in your camera pretending to eat the ice cream. They like to watch Dino eat the ice cream. It's just a good reward system. I use it for every level 1 trial I teach. Always. It's really good. I'll have this set linked down below. You can find it on Amazon. Alright, and our last reward system, number 5, is emojis. I've got these emojis, and they are from my early days of teaching. My husband printed these out for me, cut them out, put magnets on the back, and I use them a lot. I use them kind of strategically. So I use this one to introduce it just because it's funny. Always make the faces. Overly make the faces. Be really funny. I use this one whenever they're thinking about something and I'm just kind of like, They think it's really funny. We have a lot of fun raising our eyebrows at each other. This one I use when they do something like just perfectly. I won't even say anything. I just hold it up in my camera. Wow! And I just tell them how great of a job they did. Give them a star. It's amazing. This guy's funny. They really like the mad guy, the angry guy. They really like him. I use him a lot for Bossy E too. Like, Bossy E says, say your name. They really like him. Or sometimes I'll bring it up and pretend like I haven't seen him yet, and then I act scared of him. Oh. And they think it's funny. But they just have a lot of fun making the faces with me. Just normal smiley face. This one's crying, laughing. They really like this one. It's just, they're funny. It's fun to be silly and animated. And then at the end of class, when I give them their 5 stars, I always put my sunglasses on. Ho, ho, ho. And then I get this guy out. You got 5 stars. And I just show them how cool they are because they're awesome. And they love that. And then right before I leave, I pull my sad face out. Goodbye. Goodbye. And they love that. It's really funny. But yeah, just simple emojis. Super easy. I use those a lot for trial classes, for level 3 trials. They work really well. The students really like them. So all of these reward systems work really well the first time you teach a new student. They're all really engaging. I think that's what a good reward system should be. It should be engaging. It should get the student excited about it. A good reward system isn't necessarily just like, hey, look what you got, cool. Like, you want them to be excited. You have to be excited about it too. So I think you can use just about anything for a reward system if you use it the right way. But these, I think, are all very easy. So go home, you're at home, you're on your couch, get off your couch, print out some emojis, draw some face parts, find your deck of cards, get you some new reward systems. I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed these. Let me know if you try these out, what you think. Let me know what your favorite reward systems are in the comments. Please like this video and subscribe. Share it with any of your friends who you think might find it useful, who are also teachers. And I will see you next time.